everyone, and welcome to We Watch. Hopefully, it's welcome back. I am somebody's mama, and sitting next to me is
me, Jake.
And we're here because we're rewatching HBO's huge hit series, Game of Thrones. I, somebody's mom, have watched Game of Thrones one time through. Jake, who is my teen son, is having his first Game of Thrones experience. And we're just here to share our experience. Me as a person who's rewatching it, and him as a person who just watched it. And also it's going to be an experiment in our sensibilities and maybe some generational things. And maybe it's going to be an opportunity for me and Jake to learn more about each other. I don't know how that's going to work out, but you're here to witness it. Speaking of which, since you're here to witness it, let's go ahead and get some of these housekeeping things out of the way. Just a few ground rules, not a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But first things first, Jake and I are novices. Don't think because I'm watching this the second time through that I know everything about Game of Thrones. I have no intention of reading those books. I tried. Maybe I read a half a chapter. I'm not sure. I know quite a few people that have read them. And if you need resources, you can ask and I can just have somebody tell you. There are plenty of Reddits and there's, oh my God, there are limitless things that you can go to if you want to get the real lore and all of the things from Game of Thrones. Jake and I are here for the experience. I will do my best not to spoil any of these episodes. And if so, I'll just kind of try to bleep them out or something. However, Jake decides he wants to do that. But we're spoiler free, which makes you know that you should still be spoiler free too, because you're a guest over here and we don't want our people to be ruined because you feel like you want to be a hero. I don't know, some type of savant down in the comments when most of us have seen this. However, just don't do it. We like to be spoiler free over here and I'm going to do my best to do so. Second thing is, speaking of the comments, Jake, his voice has changed. He kind of battles me. He's testing all the things, but he is still a child. Do not get in this box or whatever you all call this thing down here and say anything that's going to hurt my baby's feelings. Like, you can have an opinion, but don't get personal with my baby because we don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to be the mother of dragons because I'm not like that. So I want you to understand, like I said, the first thing is that we're not experts. The second thing is we don't spoil. The third thing is just to make sure you're nice to one another. Okay? So, with that being said, Jake, hey.
Yo. Here.
Yes, he's here, guys. We're filming. We're testing this out. We're taping anyway in the middle of the day in the summer. And Jake is on some other, I don't know. So we'll see how this goes, He's still my baby. And like I said, y'all better not talk about him. I have to love him. Y'all can just log off, okay? I can't log off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're here today to discuss Season 1, Episode 2, titled The KINGSROAD. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a loose thing of what we're going to do over here today. I'm going to give the HBO summary of what we're going to say. Jake and I are going to give our interpretations of what we saw in a summary. I may do it in Mama, and Jake is going to do it in Jake. Okay? After that, we'll go on down to what we thought of this episode, and we're going to go down to Westeros. which is our little T section, which has us discuss our MVP, our LVP, and our messy bestie. Then we'll have a question of the pod. Jake is going to give us some predictions, and we'll see where we land at the end. So let's go. With that being said, I am going to read the HBO. I'm going to read the HBO. So let's open with the HBO summary of The King's Road. The Lannisters plot to ensure Bran's silence. Jon and Tyrion head to the Wall. Ned faces a family crisis en route to King's Landing. So, Jake, what do you think about this episode? What are your thoughts?
I thought it was a good episode overall. It showed us a little bit more of the story on the characters. I like episode 1 more than this episode personally. But yeah, it was good.
Okay. All right. I don't know. We don't have a rating system. Maybe that's something that we can come up with later, depending on how you feel about these episodes. I really like this episode better. Like I said, I don't think we have a rating system, but I think this episode was pretty solid. I liked it a little bit better than the last one if we're making a comparative analysis, because this one was not as, I was more familiar with the characters, and it wasn't as dense with the information. So you got to know the characters a little bit better than just their names or what they mean to the kingdom. So I liked it because there was a lot of good character development. So yeah. So let's get to, in Mama Tone, a little summary. And again, also, let's all remind you, we will not be going through every scene of this show, of these episodes, because no. Okay? So, Mama's summary, right? We open up with Daenerys in some type of prairie with the Dothraki. I'm not sure where they're going. Maybe they did tell me and I just wasn't paying attention, because that does tend to happen. They're riding through some type of prairie. All the Dothraki and Jorah is sitting there. He called her. She said, "Child, you need to eat and drink." She ate and she drank, but what stuck out to me was, girl, Daenerys ate horse meat. I don't know, but she's supposed to be a dragon, so I guess. So I like the fact that she was over here learning the Dothraki ways, and Jorah was trying. I don't know how Jorah knows these Dothraki ways. I haven't gotten that deep yet, but here we go. The next thing we know, we flip on over to Winterfell. Yeah, we're going back to the Stark's house, right? So Bran is like still unconscious, or where he is unconscious. I don't think that we know that he was still, because we didn't know what happened per the last episode. But yes, Bran is sitting there and Catelyn is by his side. Jon doesn't seem to be happy about this ish, because he says she got other kids around here and the house is falling apart and she's the woman of the house and all this other stuff. And what are you doing? But Catelyn looked like she looked a little haggard. But as a mama, I understand as a mama how that works. So we go on down to still in Winterfell. We go over there and talk to Jon. Jon is right here making rounds, apparently, to let people know he's going to the Wall. He's made up his mind. He's resolute. He don't have time for this place no more. Y'all don't give a damn about him anyway. He goes down to he goes down there to see let's back it up. One of the cutest things ever was that Jon, who loves his baby sister Arya, gave her her sword. He had it made for her, balanced for her, and it was so adorable. You can just tell how much they loved each other. And this is only the second episode. I thought that was amazing. But then Jon Snow does the right thing. He goes down here to see his baby brother, who was damn near in a coma. I guess that's what it was. I don't know what they call it in medieval times. He goes out there to see his baby brother to let him know what's happening. I could not believe. I don't think I knew how much I disliked Catelyn until this moment. But girl, y'all should have seen how nasty she was. She really did tell this man he needed to get out. I didn't appreciate that at all. But moving on, we're gonna go on to now. What we do know is that people had to pack up King's Landing, and people had to pack up to leave to go back to King's Landing because now Ned has to go down to the place. Kat decided to stay because she got to watch the babies. I don't know, particularly Bran. I don't know what she thinks she could do, but they definitely can't get Bran to go there. So he decided he's going to take Arya and Sansa because Sansa is the betrothed. I don't know why we don't see. This is why Rickon I don't understand. Where was he this whole time? I don't know. I don't know why he didn't decide to go with Ned. I guess because he's a baby. I don't know. Whatever. So.
Wait, who?
Rickon, the baby boy.
Rickon.
The Rickon. See, you didn't even know he existed. See how that works, baby, y'all? Okay, so, yeah. We going on this, I don't know what they call it, the caravan where everybody has to go. I don't know how many days, nights, or evenings they had to go, but they're going back to King's Landing with Ned and the girls in tow. They're out here playing. Joffrey, our favorite character in the whole wide world. Oh my God, this boy had the douchiest face ever. Anyway, he goes around here trying to peacock for Sansa over here by this lake. Arya is over here with the butcher's boy minding her business, playing what little girls and little boys do. Here comes Joffrey. He don't have nothing else to do. They need to give him something to do because he don't have shit else to do. Clearly, child. Arya had to put the thing on him, and she put it on him, right, real good after he had her down on the ground. Sansa is over here crying, but let me tell you something. Joffrey had Arya dead to rights, and somebody by the name of Nymeria was not playing any games, baby. Nymeria took his arm out, but he had to go back down to his daddy and whine and cry. And here comes Cersei, evil ass, taking up, and girl, they had to go down there and execute the baby. Not the baby as in the baby, but the baby is in the... And it wasn't even the right wolf. Anyway, they killed the lady wolf.
The butcher's boy too.
Yeah, that was awful.
They killed both of them.
Okay, so and the most important thing is as soon as Ned had to cut the throat of that wolf, Bran opened his eyes. Hey, well, that's my mama's plane. Let's go on over here to Jake. What you got on this?
Oh my God. Okay, so we open up with Viserys is talking to what's his name? Jorah. Yeah,
I thought we opened up with Daenerys
It was him talking to Jorah.
Okay.
It was
you're right. He was talking to Jorah. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, then it was at like the camp, and then it was at the camp with the Calls.
The Calls.
What is your clan called?
The Calls.
The Dothraki.
The Dothraki.
Yeah, they were at the camp. And then they focused on Daenerys. She was getting her hair done by like these maids. And then after that they went back to Winterfell with Tyrion. He was in like the chicken coop. He woke up in the chicken coop.
I forgot about that.
I don't know why he was in there. But,
Wild night.
Yeah. It's kind of like Smokey from Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. He was in the chicken coop, and then Joffrey came out there and he slapped Joffrey.
Oh my God.
I like that part.
Well, I can't wait to talk
He
about
told
that.
him to go pay his respects to
Bran.
Yeah, to Bran.
And his family.
Yeah. And then after that they cut to Jon. He was saying goodbye to Arya, and Bran, and all the Starks. And he was at the blacksmith, and he gave Arya like a little blade, a little sword, a needle, and while he was out there at the blacksmith, Jamie came to him and he tried to like little boy him in front of the blacksmith. But I guess John doesn't really have any rank yet, so Jamie got rank. So I mean, he couldn't really say anything. But yeah, he went and gave his sword to Arya. Then after that, he went to go say goodbye to Bran, and after that, he left. He was going off to the wall.
Yeah.
He also says goodbye to Ned, and he says before he leaves, Ned says he promises that he's gonna meet his mom or talk to him about his mom when he gets back. So hopefully he gets to talk with his mom when he gets back, or about his mom. After that, they cut to Baratheon and
Ned.
Yeah, they're having a little feast somewhere, and like all the knights are surrounding them. It's like a little noble feast with the king in his hand. They talk about John's mom. They talk about the last two Targaryens, which we know as Viserys and Daenerys.
Yeah.
And they're on the other side of the Narrow Sea, so they can't really get over. But they need like ships and stuff in the army.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, they go back to Catherine. She's sitting by Bran, and she. No, I forgot the part. No, the part where Tyrion. He had like a feast with his family, and he goes in there, and he's talking about like how Bran fell, and I think he knows like that Jamie pushed him because like he hints at it, and he knows that when he brings it up, they look nervous and they're looking at each other.
Yeah.
Like they know something's up. So I think Tyrion knows what's up. So he goes in there being all sarcastic. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Catherine's in there with Bran, and he's laying down in his coma, and this guy tries to come in and kill both of them. Like, which we know now that they were sent by the Targaryens because they know Bran seen, he saw something. So yeah, he goes in there, tries to kill him, but then he almost gets Catherine. He almost got her.
Yeah, she a G for that now.
And then the dog comes in, Bran's dog comes in and kills him. He mauls him to death.
Oh man, that was the MVP, right?
Yeah, that was fine.
Go ahead.
That was fine. So yeah, after that, so Joffrey, they cut to Sansa. She's outside walking her dog, and she links up with Joffrey, and he says like he wants her to walk with him real quick. So they walk and then go talk a little bit. And he offers her some wine, and she drinks the wine. Well, she refuses it at first because she said
she had too much already,
and she only let her drink, and Ned only let her drink one cup at feast. So. But Joffrey said he don't care. Queen should have as much as she wants, so she drank it anyway. And so they walk up on the butcher's boy and Arya, and they're sword fighting with sticks, just playing. And Joffrey challenges the dude to a duel, he has nothing to do. He's bored, so he asks him for a duel, and they fight. And then they don't even fight. He cuts him on his face for no reason. Butcher's boy don't even want no smoke. He called him Your Grace. He does not want it. So then Arya, she hits him in his back, and then they start fighting. Then Arya's dog comes and bites Joffrey on his
marry a
hand.
girl.
Yeah, that was fine. And then Joffrey crying on the ground after Arya hemmed him up and took his blade.
She did take his blade.
And then threw it in the water and then ran away. He didn't do nothing. He's gonna cry on the ground. Then Sansa's gonna come over there and try to console him on the ground. He's like, leave me alone, like a little brat. So, yeah. Then after that, Ned. They cut to Ned. He's looking for Arya after she runs off, and she has to tell Nymeria to run so they don't kill her. She know they want to kill the dog. And Joffrey tells everyone at the castle, his dad, his mom, got everybody riled up, and he's lying to them, obviously. He says that the dog, like she sicked the dog on him, and he, exactly. a bunch of baloney. So
was he glazing?
No.
Well, that's not what glazing means. Okay, go ahead.
So they call Sansa in. They say she's asleep, but she's in the back for some reason. So Cersei calls him in, and she lies and says she didn't know what happened. She didn't even tell the truth for her sister. It's crazy. But Joffrey was over there messing with them, and I mean, she got what she deserved. Like they like, well, they can't kill the dog. Ooh. So Cersei like, they got another dog, so they kill her dog. Yeah, Ned has to do it. So it's her fault.
That was Lady. Sansa's dog is Lady.
Yeah, that was her fault.
Yeah.
Her dog died. She should have told the truth. She told the truth. Her dog wouldn't have died. What's name?
Point of contention. Let's go ahead and finish. You done? That's your summary? Ned killed the dog.
Ned killed the dog. And when he kills it once, like the moment he cut his neck, then Bran wakes up. Then it's the end of the episode.
Yep. So that's the Jake summary of this week, y'all. Pretty good. That was pretty good, Jake. Pretty good. So, are you ready to go down to? Well, we can talk about some major points before we go down to Westeros. So, we opened up, like you said, with Daenerys walking around this prairie, or I don't know where they're on the way to. I guess they're thinking that Viserys, I don't know what his plan is. I guess it's just to walk until they get somewhere to pick up some more people to fight for him. I'm not sure what the game plan is. Maybe it's something that went over my head. So, you do see a situation where Daenerys is with her handmaidens, and clearly, not that this has anything to do with savagery, but you're dealing with a group of people who are very comfortable, clearly, with sexuality, and maybe they don't look at it the same way that we do. So apparently one of her handmaidens, which this was gross, she says she had been chosen to be a woman of the night, as the old people would say. That she was chosen to have that life for herself at 9 years old. They sent her to the pleasure house.
Her mom sold her.
Yeah, sold her. You're right. That's crazy, right? At 9. And then Khaleesi just kind of looked at her and she was like, but you know, I didn't have to have sex till I was 12. I was like, that is wild. Medieval times were different, man. I guess if you're 35, then you're really old. So I guess they had to get started early. I don't know. And the other thing that stood out to me of all that, I don't know why it jumped out to me this time. It was she ate horse. And she was on that pretty white horse. I don't know. But they were clearly starving and had not had any food in quite some time. So Jorah, whatever his job is, he told her right. So you got any thoughts about, what's going on over there with Daenerys?
I think she's going to end up liking Khal Drogo more than she does currently. Yeah,
that's a good open door, because I think, you probably see it different because you're of a different generation too. But I don't know. I feel like what they're trying to show us is that a part of a woman's power, a lot of times women, not just during medieval times, but during recent times, and why it's important for us to make sure we stand up for women is because in order for her to become whatever queen she's going to be, I would imagine they're showing that you have to own, and what that young lady did tell her, like, you have to own yourself. You have to own your body. You can't make him just tell you what to do all the time and bow down to him. Make him look at him and tell him you are his equal. And guess what? Did he submit like they were equals? Sure did. Just shows you was undefeated in the world, Jacob. And I know this is uncomfortable, but kind of the they're undefeated. The lady parts undefeated.
I guess.
You guess. Yeah, you better not know. All right, let's go on before I get mad. Let's move on down back to not King's Landing, but Winterfell. Caitlin is down there at Bran's side, which a mom would be. But Rob is over here saying, excuse me, this baby is in here, but you have other children and other responsibilities. But Caitlin is not hearing that. She is not going to leave that baby's side until she knows that he's not here any longer. And she just has complete hope. Now, it's not to say that Rob doesn't, because Rob did come in here and say that he was going to be, he wasn't going to, this wasn't his fate. I don't know how he knew that, but I don't know why. I don't know how. So you have any thoughts about that other than what I'm about to say? I'm about to say when I transition this scene before we go there.
I think I really think Rob, like, he stepped up greatly in this situation. Like Kat was not trying to do nothing. Like, she wasn't even trying to pay the bills.
She wasn't trying to pay the bills. That man did come in there and tell her, ma'am, your husband is not here, and the people out here, because he came in there, you know what he did say, ma'am, do you want to see the bill for this big ass party we just gave these people?
At this point, she really being immature. But I guess I'll let it slide.
Yeah, well, you're not a parent yet. I get it. But she does have 5 children. Well, at least 4 that she needs to take care of. So, you're right.
She pay them bills.
But you already know where I'm going.
But she already told Ned she couldn't do it. So
she did tell him that, but who else is going to... Well, I guess Rob. He did leave Rob. I guess... Yeah, I guess that's true. She's more than capable, though. I guess she is incapable, technically, if she can't, figure out what's going on with her baby. I get it. I get it. So, where she dropped her candy in the sand with me, though, you already know where I'm going, don't you? John came in here. Yes. Yeah. John came in here as humble as he, on some straight humble-ish, came in there just as humble because he already know that this lady is always looking at him sideways. But he went and overcame that. He usually stay out the way. He came in there to say to his brother, I love you, dude. I'm going up to this wall. I hope to see you soon. You're going to come up there. We're going to roll together. That's his brother, his ace, his homie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is it? I don't understand that. She act like this man. I don't understand.
But, I mean, they made it good, though, because, like, right after that, when he left, Ned came in and she explained that he had an outside baby.
But what? Okay, this is not new freaking information.
But I'm just saying, like, it made you.
But it's 16 years old. It's
like, okay.
And guess what? He's
That's
leaving.
That's why she feels like.
But he's leaving though, right? So that means when you already don't like him, the only reason you tolerate him is because your husband is here. That's probably why the baby is leaving anyway, because it's like, if my dad leave, I know this lady is not going to even, she going to treat me worse than these damn wolves around here. So I get it.
The wolves don't treat him good?
Meaning her. I'm talking about her. Like, she going to treat him worse than a dog.
Yeah.
If Ned is not there. So it's like,
Yeah,
what do I
dad
have
not
to
there.
stay
He's
here for? I
finished.
love my sister. I love my siblings, but and my other two sisters are leaving. And
Yeah.
I know for sure this lady is not. But what? Why couldn't she let the baby just say goodbye to his brother? That was so fucking rude. I understand that but that was just so nasty. You don't feel like that was nasty?
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
I mean, he was leaving. You should be like, oh, okay, I don't have to deal with your ass no more. By good riddance, I don't have to see you.
He
She's sitting up
told
there
him to
holding
leave.
on the old shit, and then they make her seem like she's so noble and so virtuous any other time in all these other circumstances. And then she had a whole virtuous, loving, noble husband. That was so rude. I don't know why that got on my nerves. So it got on my nerves the first watch, but this time it was just, I just didn't like it. And well, before we, and then, okay, then we can go back. John left for the wall, but before then, he had a couple of goodbyes before he left Brand, he went to see my fave. He went to see Aria, and she got needle. And I just, even before I knew what I know now about Aria, I remember when I looked at this the first time, I was like, that is so cool. Like, that little girl has a whole ass sword, like a real, like a, not like a play one, but like a real one, forged in whatever kind of.
Made for her.
Yes. Like, man, I thought that was so dope. And the name, man, and how they came up with the name, not because it's just skinny, but because she said Sansa has her knitting needles. And this is my needle. Oh my God. That was so awesome. Also in Winterfell, we can't neglect the fact that Tyrion took his ass to breakfast that morning after he was out here hoeing all night to see to see Jamie. Oh, and also I want to have a side note to say Tyrion looks like he's a cool uncle, right?
Mm-hmm. He
He
was
came
talking
in
to the
there with the other,
kids.
came in there and hugged it up with the kids, tossed them up, made them smile a little bit, sat
Facts.
down there. Jamie and Cersei over here eating, but then looking a little tight because Tyrion has delivered the news that the baby he fell, but he might live. It looked like we could, the Meister said he might be able to recover. And Cersei's face. You talk about the gas face. And Jamie over here trying to indulge and try to get more information. Tyrion's like, listen, dog. I mean, it looked like the kid gonna be all right. We should be happy. Okay? Now, the next best thing that happened right before we get out of Winterfell, this is the cream of the crop for my Winterfell. One thing. John did say goodbye to Ned, and Ned made a promise that is faithful. He said, as soon as you get back, I don't know why I gotta be when you get back. I don't get that. As soon as you get back, I'm gonna talk to you about your mom. Which is like
Because it was
wild.
urgent. He had to go. They was
Yeah,
already
but
leaving.
he had all these. That's fine.
He probably just asked.
But that's true. That's true. Maybe he did just ask. You're right. Because he did seem to be Jon Snow is kind of he's all right, but he's not my favorite character because he seemed kind of mopey to me a lot. So I'm good with him. He's not bad. It's just kind of he's like a little too mopey for my taste. So listen, we are outside right after Tyrion gets his ass up out of this chicken, whatever this coop is. I don't know how. What a wild night. Tyrion is a wild boy. He is telling Joffrey's ass, you need to go pay. You stay at these people's house. You're in their space. You're a noble young man. You need to take your ass over here and show your respects because these people almost lost one of their children. And Joffrey looked at his ass like, and literally kind of told him that, what the fuck, that don't have shit to do with me. Whew, Jacob. What do you call it when you get slapped 3 times?
I don't even know. That's just
great. That's an imp slap. Let me tell you something. I've never seen anything in the history of TV. I've seen people get slapped. I've seen people get punched in the face. I've seen somebody go for a double slap. But a triple slap? Have you ever seen it?
Nope.
Have you ever seen it?
Nope.
And the shady person in the back, the hound in the back, like, he wanted to laugh. But the hound was me because he wasn't the only one that wanted to. No, I think the hound did kind of laugh, but that was hilarious to me. What about you?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I think
That,
that's what he deserved.
and that's what the old folks say. That he got his comeuppance because, again, a triple slap.
Triple slap.
A triple? Have you ever seen a triple? I've seen a double. I've seen face punches again. I've seen things. But a triple slap will always be known from now on as he got an imp slap. That was amazing and so satisfying. It shouldn't have been, but it was. And it's also that he's a child. We keep forgetting that Joffrey is a child. And Tyrion, he can't really do anything because Tyrion is literally his uncle. So I thought that was amazing. So before we leave King's Landing, the final thing that, the ultimate thing that happens is that as Kat is there by Bran's bedside, as she's been this entire time, looking like she hasn't bathed in a few days, but again, that's her baby. Rob comes in there and Rob really tells her, listen, baby, you're going to have to get out here and get your life together. And she gets frustrated because this whole time Rob is at the window. He's letting the window up because it's probably funky in there. He's letting fresh air in. He lets the window up, but outside you just hear the wolves. Like, and you know the dire wolves have to really be loud, right? Because they're bear wolves is what I call them. So again, here we go. We're sitting there. She's, telling Rob to tell them dogs, shut the hell up. He leaves to go tell the dogs to shut the hell up.
Nah, he sees a fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was a fire.
And it was a fire. Probably for distraction.
The fire was started as, you're right, it was started as a distraction. I am so sorry, but he left. And as soon as he left, she's still literally standing in the window like, oh my God, that's why these dogs are really barking like that, because there's a fire out here. This, I don't know, medieval type ninja wearing, I don't know, did they have ninja? I don't know. Was he a ninja? I don't know what he was.
I don't know. He
was standing there and he told, what did he say? I cannot remember what he said. He said, you weren't supposed to be here. Honey, Kat saw that he was looking at her getting ready to stab her baby. She jumped in just like a cat. I've never seen, and this was a pretty big ninja, right? This is a pretty big ninja. She fought, and my body did cringe, and I had to look away from the screen because she literally has her hands on this, whatever kind of steel this was. I'm surprised she still has her fingers. Oh my God. And as soon as they finished listen, Kat was about to be out of here. And Bran was about to be out of here.
Thanks.
Right out of that same window that Kat was standing at 5 minutes ago. Who jumps in but Summer Big Dog Direwolf? Listen, let me calm down. It was also the way that Summer did this. Summer mauled whoever this person was, didn't even wipe her mouth, went on there and checked on her dog, looked at Bran like, what's up? Are you all right? Are you okay? And commences to lay down by Bran like, yeah. I dare you. I wish a ninja would. Thoughts?
Yeah, that was pretty fire. O'clock. But yeah, that was pretty great the way the wolf came in and mauled him. Because I didn't want to see Bran die. One of my favorite characters. I didn't want to see him die.
Oh yeah, you did say you relate the most to Bran.
Then the way he just sat down and just as if nothing happened.
With blood around the mouth.
Yep.
Like
daring the next man to
come get. Okay, you want who next? Who got next? That was amazing. So that was the highlight of what happened in King's Landing, because we got to get on down the road and go on down the street.
Winterfell.
We're going to head out to we're not at Winterfell yet, but we got I'm sorry, King's Landing. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, guys. Please forgive me. As you can see, I still get places confused. So everybody is packed up. They got the caravan ready. Already used up all these people's toilet tissue. and ate up all their food, knowing that they live up here far away where they don't have a lot of anything. They left these people a bill, but they gather all of their things and all the royal things, and they get on the road and head back so that Robert Baratheon can take Ned Stark back on down the street to King's Landing to be the hand. But in the interim, just like Jacob said, they sit down, and girl, I would have thought this was a restaurant. They were sitting down having this meal. Where did they get this food from? Did they get this food from Winterfell? Is that why Catelyn had that big bill?
Yeah, it was just them two eating, though. It wasn't nobody else.
But they still had a bunch of people to feed.
Yeah, but they was just standing. It was only them two.
Right, but look, that was glorious food. It made me a little bit hungry, and I'm not even medieval like that. But him, Rob, and Ned are sitting there having a cute little man-to-man bro hour, reminiscing.
Facts.
Going back out here having a bro power hour, reminiscing about the war and how they used to knock all these chicks down, and how Robert was out here getting it in, and how he couldn't believe Ned was out here making extra babies when he's supposed to be his noble best friend, and how they were out here like young men, like they were stallions on this road. Like, can you imagine Robert looking like a stallion out here in this day? What do you think Robert looked like in his heyday?
He was probably skinnier before he got the beer belly.
Yeah.
And then probably had some long hair.
You think he looked dashing?
I don't know.
No, it's hard to tell.
He probably just got old and fat.
But Ned, you could tell what Ned was.
How did he even become king?
That's what the story is going to be about. They're going to tell you who had to kill what in order for these things to happen. And it's also going to explain, a part of that is why Daenerys and Viserys are exiles. It's because of
they got exiled.
That's why they're over there. That's why he's.
Wait, how did they even get over there? Were they shipped over there?
They ran them out. They ran them out because they didn't. The Targaryens died out because they didn't. I can't tell you this anymore. They had dragons. That's all I'm going to tell you. They didn't have dragons anymore. That's all I can tell you without being too spoilery.
That's a bit.
So they'll tell this. They're telling you the story actually, but you have to be very intent. And I know that's hard to do sometimes.
I ain't gonna lie. This show you gotta pay attention to dialogue more than any other show.
And that it makes you think very cerebral.
That's really what. Like, it's nothing much else. You have it's the story.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
But then this is what's wild though, Jake. Just imagine that what we're seeing. People read these books. And these books have way more characters in this. And these books are like worldwide bestsellers, blockbuster selling books. So just imagine, if you can't pay attention to this, just imagine what all of the book readers have been going through. Because this takes up a lot of thought, which we should do. Because just like I said, a part of this experiment is making sure you don't turn into a robot, or that a robot doesn't get a hold of you. You need to have thoughts. Yeah, that's a bet. Oh, I like that. Let's go. So yeah, they're sitting there having a bro conversation about times of past, and Ned is sitting there looking uncomfortable because Robert is like, so what about that girl with them itties? What about what's going on? What was her name? And Ned is rolling his eyes like, God, this is so uncomfortable. So anyway, Robert is a man that lives in the past. Okay. So
always talking about Ned's sister.
Yeah. That's wild. Can you imagine pining after something? I don't even know. I was asking myself recently, I wonder if she really did like him, or if he is just putting 20 on 10, as you all say, right? Like,
I've never heard that.
No, you never heard that. So yeah, if he's doing more than what he should be about this woman, suppose she didn't really like him, because he seems to really put a lot of sauce on things, right? Mm-hmm. We knew he probably was an all right fighter, and he probably wasn't all that cute because he's really short, especially, can you imagine what he looked like standing next to Ned? I don't know. Anyway, they're having a boy talking. The two things that we learned, and it seems like Ned was a little bit had a little bit of sensitivity about it, is that somebody sent them a raven. I think Jorah, they said, sent back something to say that Khaleesi is now a Khaleesi, like basically Daenerys married a Khal. But because they
He
look
said Jorah? He
yeah,
said Watchman.
I think he said
Night Watchman.
well, I don't know. I think we can go back and look at it. But anyway, they got word from somebody that
So Jorah's a spy?
I don't know. This is what I'm telling you. Remember the last time? Didn't we make a note the last time? You can check your notes. I'm sure you wrote it.
I mean, yeah, but
that we said that he just appeared and we
Yeah.
didn't know what the hell. And that's why I said.
So you saying that? But now we know that he's a spy. Like he sent the letter.
You can infer that he's a spy. I can't infer. I just know that he.
I thought you said he sent the letter.
Yeah, but that doesn't. If you want to, if you're saying that that makes him a spy according to your standards, then that's what he's a spy. You know, but he did just pop up.
So you think he's in cahoots with them? If he sent that letter, that means
you look again. Without at this point, when I was watching it, I can say this: I didn't understand what his purpose was and why he was the person that was. And I still don't necessarily understand why is he the person who Daenerys trusts. Who sent, like, what made her, and I have to go back. I don't understand. Maybe you all can drop down in the comments and explain that to me, because Jorah said he was run off too because Ned or somebody ran him off from Westeros or wherever they are because he stole some shit. He a thief. So I guess he a thief and a spy. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get in good graces back by doing it. I'm not sure. But I know for sure that and again, that's why you said you have to listen and pay attention, because they're telling you a story. Even what you'll learn is even when, like, it seems like somebody, like an old hag, is telling a story, it's really parts in there that are true. And so you have to listen very intently before they get into all of the action drama about how things are. And they do a good job of telling you these things, but they can go over your head if you're not looking for them. What I can say about you is I didn't think that far like you just did and say he was a spy. I just still, at this point, was still looking at his ass like, he don't look like he goes there. But when he's telling you bit by bit, I'm from the north, and I had to get thrown out because Ned or whomever is noble, he didn't want to kill him. He just ran him off, and he has to fend for himself. So I guess a part of fending for yourself is, I don't know. Jorah is always I never understood it. I grew to kind of care about him a little bit, but I just never understood completely until way later. Later. So yeah, but that was a good catch on your part, though. So yeah, what they're saying is they got a word that he's telling Ned that Daenerys is married to a Khal, and that now she has her own army. And Ned is like, well, that's why we should have killed. No, Robert was like, that's why we should have killed her. And Ned, I mean, because again, he's a little bit more noble, said we don't have to kill her. But he does kind of look down on, like,
because they killed his sister.
Yeah, because he did call her, like, he did turn his nose up, like she's nothing, she's a nobody, and we didn't have to kill her, because if they come over, yeah, what did he say?
We'll dump them right back in the water.
Like, they can't even get over here, and if they get over here, we still gonna fuck them up. But Ned, again, is underestimating. I think Ned works in a lot of spaces. You know how a person that looks at things how they should be, and not, looking at what's really around them, for sure. And I think he does what most people should do, is assume that people are doing the best and that they're up to good things, but that's not always the case. And I think that's going to catch up with our buddy Ned. So we flip over to Joffrey. Like I said, peacocking, showing out in front of Sansa. I'm the king. I'm going to be the king. You're going to be the queen. Drink this wine, because that's what kings do. Wink, wink. To shout out to Robert Baratheon, because he does like to get his drink on. And I think that's what Joffrey obviously think kings are supposed to do. Sansa says, well, girl, I don't want no more because my dad says we only supposed to have one cup, and I'm a lady, so I'm not gonna be out here being a lush in these streets. Joffrey looked at her and said, "Well, you can have whatever you want because you're a queen." I don't think that Joffrey understands that just the king, the position is not just to get whatever you want when you want it. You think he understands it?
I mean, it kind of is.
So when you are a king, you just feel like it's about getting everything you want when you want it. Do
Yep.
tell.
Pretty much. Like, if I was a king, I'd drink and party. I mean, I guess I'd help out with my community.
You guess you would help out?
When they need me. What?
So never make you the king when you're 15 or 16, right?
Joffrey's not king. He's prince.
He is prince, but he's thinking that that's what a king is supposed to do. So you would be more of a Robert kind of...
that is what a king is supposed to do.
But you would be more of a Robert kind of king.
I guess. I'll still be like noble though.
And do you think Robert is noble?
I mean, he fought to get the throne, so anybody that fought and that's good enough to get the throne, probably noble.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a really, really hot take because, again, Jacob.
Unless it's my family, which it wasn't in this scenario.
Oh.
So.
So that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Because I think in order for you to, well, clearly it's not necessarily whether or not
if you king, you gotta put in some type of stain. If it wasn't given to you.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's what it is, right? But again, in this particular instance, I guess I see what you're saying from that perspective. He did have to do something. He didn't. It wasn't just like his dad was a king and he was a king. Yeah. He did fight in a war and he survived the war and just surviving the war.
Yeah, like Joffrey, when he become king.
Yeah,
it's not.
He's not looking.
He didn't do anything.
So do you think that's a hard question? So you think it's better to be a king when it is something that you earn?
Yes.
Versus. Okay. So it's never been fair for somebody to just pass down a king. I think that was very weird as well when you think about it too. And everybody don't want to be a king just because they're born first, right?
Facts.
So it's a thing. So
it should be who's best fit to be the king.
It should be who's best fit, just like president. Wink, wink. But here we are. Okay, so we are on the road. Joffrey is over here trying to get everybody drunk, thinking he's like a frat boy like his dad. He's on the way. But he's out here with Sansa trying to show what a king is supposed to be like. He's trying to give real good king vibes. And Sansa is over here trying to be a lady with her hair real did and her face and her. Sansa had on a cute outfit. She was really cute. Well, here they go. They hear Arya and the butcher. It was the butcher's boy. Mm-hmm. They're playing sword. They're playing with swords, and you can literally hear. I think they were both. They were wooden. They were just sticks, right? Because you hear them clacking, clack, 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 clack. So the butcher's boy he's fine. They're like friends, even though Arya is supposed to be some type of nobility, right? She's supposed to be a lady. She has friends in low places and high places, and the butcher's boy is somebody who you wouldn't expect her to be hanging out with, but Arya is she's a realist.
Butcher's boy.
Yeah, the butcher's boy. So here comes Joffrey, like, oh, girls aren't supposed to fight. Stop that. Fight me, butcher's boy, fight me. I have a real sword. Fight me with that stick. And this sadistic ass Joffrey puts that sword in this man's face and cuts his skin.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. That was wild. Okay, so as he's doing this, of course, Arya, she's a G. She ain't gonna let people just go down. She ain't gonna let it go down like that.
Yep. So she swoop in.
She swoop in. She's not scared. Who over here screaming? Who's screaming?
Joffrey.
No. First, who's screaming? Sansa. Sansa's over here. Stop! Don't do it. And when I think he hears that, I think that actually put some batteries in Joffrey's back because he got worse. So anyway, Arya jumps up. She didn't jump up to get beat down either, because Arya jumps up and she gets to it with Joffrey. I'm talking about get to it to a point that the only reason that he probably was going to beat is because he really did have a sword. He got that baby down on her back. And guess who the next? What happened, Jacob? God, let you go ahead and let you roll with it.
The dog. The dog swoops in and maws him. It maws his hand to death. Almost
to death. Almost to death. Yeah. You have thoughts about that part?
Yeah, I like that part. I think he deserved it. For messing with that boy.
Messing with the boy. The boy didn't even have nothing to do with it. He is just out here entertaining his friend. Just out here. Okay, so then after that, all hell breaks loose.
Arya runs into the woods.
Sansa over here comforting Joffrey's punk ass. Arya got to run off in the woods. Nymeria just like, what's up? Nymeria just like, what?
She can see them like through the bushes. They looking for them.
Right, but she ain't scared though. She ain't scared. So Arya, apparently she was afraid and she stayed out because she knew she was going to be in some sort of trouble. So Ned got to put on his gear and bring his soldiers out at night to come and find her. She and Nymeria are in the woods, deep in the woods. And now Arya's like, damn, they came and got me. I got to go home. Listen, dog, you're going to have to leave. Nymeria's looking at her like, I mean, we can go ahead and go home. I don't care about none of these. Nymeria was like, I'll fight all of these people. It's nothing.
Facts.
It's nothing. What did Arya do? Arya's like, girl, you're going to have to go. You're going to have to leave. And Nymeria's like, I really don't have to leave. No, Nymeria, you're going to have to go. Arya had to get her to get the hell on up out of here. So my question to you is, do you think we'll see Nymeria again?
Yeah, in the future, because she ran in the woods. I feel like if Arya's walking in the woods, maybe they'll meet up, hopefully.
Yeah, that's always the hope and dream. I really do, because I like Nymeria. I really, really do. Nymeria and Summer are like, they goats, but they dogs. Well, they wolves, actually. So yeah, that's what happens. And so they come and get Arya. She explains to Ned, like, listen, Daddy, I didn't want to come home because this boy was over here fucking with us. And Sansa went back with him. I'm out here. She left me. Can you believe that too? Sansa left her. Sansa left Arya. Sansa left Arya and went home with Joffrey and went to bed.
She didn't leave her. Arya ran away.
Yeah. But she went back with Joffrey.
Yeah, why would she chase Arya?
Because it's her sister.
No, I don't think she should chase her because she just ran away.
She's her older sister, Jacob.
She grabbed her dog and ran away. So, I mean, she wanted to run away.
She don't know Joffrey?
Yes, she does.
She just met him last week.
Well, they already betrothed, so obviously she's going to be like, my prince, my prince. What's wrong?
But that's her sister. Okay. So
her
that's
sister
fair.
was just talking crazy to her anyway.
But sisters talk crazy to one. You don't you talk crazy to your brother?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I talk
crazy. So if I ran, I don't think he would chase me.
Yes, he would. You think, first of all, your brother wouldn't want to come home to me and tell me
if he was with a girl and I had just got into it and I just like ran away and grabbed my dog, he wouldn't chase me. I don't think he would chase me. He'd just be like,
you think he would just go with whomever he is with at that time and leave you in the woods?
Not leave. This is a different time though. This is
right. It is a different time, which is, I think, it's kind of worse. It's not like the woods have like lights and paths, and these are thick woods in medieval times. I don't know, but what were you saying? Medieval woods may have been normal.
Yeah, at that time, I just don't feel like my brother would chase me. But she tries to console Joffrey instead of console herself.
Instead of Arya?
But they was talking crazy to each other. But anyway,
But she just saw her. She just saw somebody put something to her, a blade to her sister's throat, and cut the butcher boy in
he
his
didn't
face.
put a blade through her throat.
When he, you don't remember he had Arya on the ground. That's when Nymeria got him. Is because he had Arya on the ground. So again, Sansa out. I'm gonna have to call my sister and ask her about that, and we can actually call your brother to see what his scenario, how his setup is, because I don't know. I don't see him coming back to me and telling me, well, this happened, and you brought home your consorts, and your sister is out. Your younger brother is out in the woods, in some place, and it wasn't even the woods near their home. This is woods far away from home. She doesn't know this place.
Yeah, but it was dark when Ned and them was looking for her.
Exactly. That's wild.
The Lannisters had already got her.
So. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. Here we go. We have to get Arya. Arya's. Let me ask you this: do you think Ned believed Arya?
No, I don't think he believed. I just think he didn't. It didn't really matter to him. Like he had to do what they said at the end of the day. So
you just think he probably thought it was just kids art like him?
Yeah, there was just kids arguing.
Robert said
they're just kids. So Ned just like, all right, well that's the order. He didn't even answer, so he just had to go do it. And then when he did it, Bran woke up. That was the best part. That made me want to watch the next episode immediately.
Yeah, but that was awesome. So yeah, that's our our little talking point. So now we're going to move on to my favorite part. We're going to move on down to Westeros. Talk about some tea. The tea wasn't as hot, but it's a little lukewarm. It's pretty solid tea. So we're going to talk about our MVP, our LVP, and my favorite, my messy bestie. I love that category in case you didn't know. So do you want to go first with your MVP or do you want me to go
first? I'll go first.
Okay. Who you got?
MVP?
Yep.
I think my MVP, I said Ned.
Again?
No, I said Rob.
Rob.
So I said Rob because he had to step up. And while Catherine was being a little lazy. Well, not lazy, but
I was about to say don't do it like that.
But she was just moping around. So
Rob
get the MVP because he stepped up.
Rob did step up. You're right. So that's pretty good. My MVP, and I think they're co-MVPs, really. My MVP, Nymeria and Summer. Nymeria and Summer, for obvious reasons, they are G's, particularly Summer, because she sat there on duty. She took care of business, made sure her man was all right, and laid right there by his bedside.
I like how they also they included how much the wolves loved them early in the story.
Yeah, and how each kind of wolf named I guess to start, children name their own wolves. So that's awesome. Summer, and they call, I think Bran names, you probably don't notice this, but what Bran's dog's name was Summer, wolf's name was Summer, because winters last, how this universe is set up is that summer is not one season, like a month's worth of seasons. Like when summer comes, it comes in year spans. And when people keep saying winter is coming, it is saying something is beyond the wall. But and so what they call Bran, they call him a child of summer because he doesn't know. And when he
doesn't know what winter is like.
He doesn't know what winter is like because the whole time he's been here, his own, and that's why he named his dog Summer.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Since winter.
Yeah. So, and again, what Winterfell actually is going to be colder most of the time anyway, because it's closest to the wall anyway. So I think that's, like you say, one of those environmental biome type things too. So that's my MVP. Who you got for your LVP?
LVP, I go Cat because she's moping around like already said. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be Kat just because.
And with John, she don't like
how she treated John when he walked up in.
That was mad weird.
That was fucking rude.
Indeed.
Yeah, let me know if somebody treats you that way, okay? If I'm not here, now I'm gonna come and haunt their ass. All right.
It's a bit.
Got you. Okay, LVP. My LVP of this, in case you didn't hear it in my in the bass in my voice, it's Sansa. As a person who is an older sister, that is wild to me. And kind of like my sister, kind of will, if you know her, because you do, kind of maybe put you in the mind of Arya a little bit.
No, not really.
Not really. I remind you of Arya, huh?
No.
Okay. I do not. So anyway, as an older sister, I can't imagine my sister being in that situation and watching this. I would probably be mortified if I saw the man I was about to marry do that kind of shit. But Sansa was up here. I can't even say she's demonetized because she said, I never wanted to be. I don't even know if she wants Joffrey more. I think it's just that she wants to be a princess or a queen. Do you think she really likes Joffrey at this point? After she saw him behave like that?
Yeah. She doesn't dislike him yet.
I got you. Okay, so who you got on your best messy bestie list?
Jamie.
Why Jamie?
Because he was going around like in the morning he was going around trying to sign folk. Like it was a couple scenes where he did that. He was just going around being messy, like you know? I seen that.
He was.
Like he talked to John one type of way. Then I think he went to somebody else with just talking messy some way.
Yeah. He did. Son Jon Snow. Like I can't really beat your dad, but you can sign up on this if you want to. We can go at it. Jaime is supposed to be one of the best swordsmen in the whole Seven Kingdoms, I guess. Yeah. We haven't seen him work yet.
He looks old, but he looks young.
He behaves young.
Yeah, but he's old, young. I guess.
He looks older than you. They're twins. You don't look older than Cersei.
Yeah, but they're twins. But he look older than her.
He look older than Cersei.
Oh. Yeah, he look way older than her.
Really? But yeah, he does. But he's been in the water.
Cersei look old and young at the same time.
I think that's great casting though, because when you think about it, this series went on for like 8 years. So yeah, it was great casting because they have to age in that 8 years, and I think the children were aged that great too. They did them too, because and actually their statures and everything, it's going to be really cool to watch them grow over these next few episodes and seasons. So yeah, so my messy bestie goes to my boo Tyrion Lannister. Based on one thing and one thing alone. You already know what it is. Say it.
Sarcasm.
The imp slap.
The
imp slap. The imp slap was glorious. What'd you say?
That was messy.
Yes, that was messy. He didn't have to do that. Yeah. A messy. Let me say this too. For clarification, a messy bestie is just a person you love to hate or hate to love. Like they do something an action that you love to hate and hate to love. Like, I should hate it that he slapped Joffrey 3 times like that because Joffrey's a kid and that was unnecessary. But,
Joffrey.
It's Joffrey. Okay, yeah. So that is our Mesteros Tea Corner. And we're going to move on to the question of the pod. So this is just a random question, maybe Game of Thrones affiliated, that we may bring on home. And we may want to drop, I think I'm going to drop mine in the box, or Jacob will. And we're going to see what you all think. So my question to you, Jacob, or do you want to go first?
You go first.
My question to you is, who is brattier? Sansa or Joffrey?
Joffrey.
Expound.
He's just bratty. Like, he's just bratty. I don't know.
And Sansa is not bratty.
Not really.
Sansa,
I mean, she is, but not as much as him.
Sansa looked at her mom and said, "Mom, please just let me marry. It's all I ever wanted."
I mean, that's not really. Nah, the things Joffrey
and how she talks to Arya.
The things Joffrey done is way worse.
Yeah, he's done worse stuff, but I don't think he's. But I think he's not as
Talk to his uncle crazy. Talk to his mom crazy. Talk to his dad crazy. Talk to his wife, finna be wife crazy. Talk to everybody crazy.
He does.
He's more spoiled. He's bored, which makes it worse.
Yeah, he is. And then he don't know. He doesn't have a like. He doesn't even have like a hobby. His hobby is fucking with people. His hobby is literally going around, like, not reading like his Uncle Tyrion, not like sword fighting and learning like his Uncle Jaime, not even getting into politics like his mom. It's just out here. What is his what?
Stuff, bro. He don't even got no purpose, bro.
He's just waiting to be the king. Okay. So what's your question?
My question is, will Sansa still? You think she'll still want to marry him after their little encounter after this episode? After they kill her dog? I think she won't like him.
That was a great cliffhanger. And let me see. Let me try to go back into my mind when I watched it. The first. I actually really probably did think, okay, I did. Let me go back. Because I thought, because we weren't I thought we still were in some way, shape, form, or fashion watching typical television where we have a protagonist and these. So I really did think that they were just going to set this up where Sansa is unlearning to be like, she didn't think she loved Arya as much as she did, and then since they killed a dog, like maybe she turned the corner because they had to come together in King. But nah. So I don't think maybe I did look at Sansa because I wanted to give her some grace at that time to say, well, she'll do better. I was mad at her still, but I thought that this was just some type of writing where they were setting her up to redeem her. So I did think, I don't know if she's going to marry this dude now. She can't marry him right now. It was up in the air. So, yeah. Those are our questions of the pod, people. And if you like, go down there and let us know, who do you think is brattier? Joffrey or Sansa?
And who is y'all besties?
MVPs
and LVPs.
Yeah, MVPs.
Questions
LVPs.
And predictions,
All that. And Jacob is going to respond, you know. He's a man of few words on the pod, but he's very insightful. So he may have Jacob, you have some responses for people?
Yeah. I'm going to definitely be reading the comments.
Yeah, Jacob's going to read the comments, y'all. So, predictions. I wish you got a crystal ball. What do you think? And let me say this too. Your predictions can be crazy too if you want them to. But yeah,
I think next episode, like, everybody's gonna know the secret. They're gonna the prediction.
What secret about
that Cersei and Jaime is yeah.
You think that's gonna happen next episode?
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Any more predictions?
And nah, not really. Just have to see how it plays out.
Yeah. You rooting for anybody next episode specifically?
I'm rooting for Ned getting his foot. Nah, bro. He killed the dog. He could have stood up for his daughters.
No, he couldn't. You think he didn't have? You think he had a choice?
He'd been like, I said, is this the order?
He asked if that, like, he did.
Yeah, but then he could have doubled down on this. Said, I can't do it. He said,
so you think Cersei was going to go for that? Cersei would have had the Hound if Ned didn't. But actually, Cersei was going to have the Hound do it. Remember, Ned did it because he wanted to be. He's noble, and he didn't want it to be done by someone else's hands. he actually volunteered for that. The dog was gonna be gone anyway.
I don't think Sansa and Joffrey. I don't think she's gonna like Joffrey.
Yeah, that's a good prediction because who could do that? Who can? Who can like Joffrey? I don't even know. Do you think Joffrey's mom even likes him? She loves him. Do you think?
She loves. Yeah.
You think she likes him?
Yeah, she wouldn't have did that if she didn't like her son. I don't think.
Maybe it's just to save face. I don't know, but I know Joffrey is crazy and Cersei is not far behind. So we know that for sure. So any more questions for me?
No.
So if that's the case, thank you for joining us. That's going to be the end of our show. Make sure you come back for the next episode where we discuss episode 3 of Game of Thrones season 1. Episode 3 titled Lord's Snow. So if all minds are hearts and clear, Jacob, you have any directions for the people?
Man, like, comment, subscribe, comment.
Like, comment,
post notifications, all that.
Share, all of the things. Bring a friend, bring a kid. We come on over to the couch. We have room. So if all minds and hearts are clear, I am going to love on somebody's mama, and I suggest you do the same. There's a lot of mama love out here. So go love on somebody's mama. And Jacob, guess what? I love you. There's nothing neither one of us can do about it. Bye, y'all.